William Scull's career came to an end even before it started. So after what is arguably one of the worst fights in recent years, William Scull, who was relatively unknown to the boxing world prior to fighting Canelo Alvarez, has been the trending subject across multiple boxing forums and has managed to make himself the topic of discussion for all the wrong reasons. In what should have been an opportunity for the Cuban fighter to skyrocket himself into relevancy by fighting Canelo, impressing fans, and possibly even getting sponsorship or promoter deals in the process, would end up becoming a career-ending fight, literally. Now, the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tubeman who was quickly told by Turki Alashik to leave the ring after Canelo's hand was raised, has been taking a beating non-stop from the boxing community for all the galloping and running he did for what was supposed to be a Cinco de Mayo undisputed showdown. Now, to give you folks some context, imagine the portal scene from Endgame, with each portal being a faction of the boxing world. Okay, now picture that with William Scull being Thanos. That's the kind of fight William Scull is in right now. Now, his post-fight statement of him claiming that he got robbed and was the true winner further added fuel to the fatal fury emotions that fans were already feeling. Thousands of people flooded the comment section saying that it was them who got robbed of their time and money, and that it was William Scull who robbed himself of the opportunity in what was a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Now, despite pretty much everybody pointing their fingers at William Scull for ruining their Cinco de Mayo, I personally think it's unfair and quite frankly unjust on William Scull's behalf to receive all the blame. And no, I'm not defending his awful style of fighting, and to all the hit and not get hit sweet science argument that some people are still holding on to, if that's the kind of fight you're into watching, well, go ahead. I fully respect your opinion and preferences, so let's just agree to disagree. So again, who's to blame? Well, personally, I think it's the IBF. You see, oftentimes we're so focused on the awful tasting fruit that the tree produces that we tend to neglect the seeds from where they came from. Now, we all know what happened, right? The IBF stripped Canelo off the belt for not choosing their mandatory William Scull last year and opting for Edgar Berlanga instead. This decision then led to Canelo losing his undisputed status, hence why Canelo vs Scull had to be made so that Canelo can be undisputed again when he faces Terence Crawford. Now, that decision by the IBF pulling a power trip are the seeds that were planted that led to a tree producing this awful tasting fruit that we now refer to as Canelo vs Scull. And I know the IBF was just merely practicing fairness and was just doing the right thing. I definitely get that. The nobility behind the action is there and evident. But I also feel like that's a completely separate discussion. That subject involves a lot of other moving parts, which includes the politics and the overall complex nature that comes with having 4 sanctioning bodies, and of course, the corruption that's been unfortunately ingrained in the sport of boxing. That discussion itself revolves more around the moral fiber and money part. So what's next for William Scull? To be honest, it's safe to say and assume that we won't be seeing him anytime soon. It also doesn't help the fact that he's not signed with any major promoter or has a personality that could sell. So yeah, with that being said, the boxing world is saying goodbye to William Scull. Anyway, what are your thoughts about this? Let me know in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please don't forget to click that like and subscribe button for more quick talks.